Yeah, smoke whenever the hoe see me out. She already know what I'm on. Flip flop hoes like a fake. I'm a chip shop. Shit, she don't know me. She been out on TikTok. Bitch, stop thinking you ain't should have been. Can't get your hoe back because he would have pimped down no dick. Can't make me argue with no bitch. Same nigga dogging you out getting ghosted. Hoes running to see what I posted. Getting the team with my feet by the ocean. My bad. So the next order of business, what I really, really, really am interested in having a conversation about is why all the hate for people like Klay Thompson and Russell Wilson. This is an ongoing conversation, and these men are oddly being brought up, and we're going to do an honorary mention for my guy, DeVal Ellis. Let me tell you something. I don't know what K. Dean was thinking letting that nigga off the leash and out the house, but he shouldn't have been let out the house. Shouldn't nobody know that he's around. That's a unicorn. But I digress. It's not why I'm here. You know how, like, men make this comment where they be like, single women keep women single. Well, I am here to say that it's my belief that you men, you miserable men, keep men miserable. Y'all have been beefing about Klay Thompson, Russell Wilson for mad long. Y'all have been chasing this idea of these men having these fallouts and that sort of thing. And I genuinely am confused as to why you are so committed to the notion that people get in relationships and relationships go well and they don't go well. That kind of stuff happens. And if they find somebody that they care about, why is it not enough for them to just chill and do what they want to do? So, for instance, this is not exclusive to men either. And I want to be fair with that because in these YouTube streets, there is this YouTuber. Well, he's not a YouTuber. He's a comedian, Akash. Akash married this young lady. Akash, I think her name is Jocelyn. I want to say that's her name. Jocelyn then got on the internet and she has presented herself as the quiet Indian girl, or at least better yet, her husband has, Akash has. And he's talking about how special his wife is, how hot she is, and all these other things. And apparently he's had a series of dialogue where he's expressing that she was a virgin. It was so much that they had to develop and meet and all this other stuff. And it was great. It was mystic, magical, and all of these things. She decided to do a podcast, and old girl is out here flagrant fouling that. Like, when I tell you she out here embarrassing the hell out of him.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
This little clip right here is spliced together with some other clips because you know the internet. And it wants to get petty. It's about half as good as me. And...
sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you see him.
Nav is her co-host's husband.
His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have two butt stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God. And I remember that he
what kind of do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough. Wow. I'm just thinking of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I could never do that.
As a quiet little Indian girl. But somehow, some way, right? She's running around talking about popping coochie for white frat boys. And she has since cleaned it up and said that, you know, she was referring to like dancing and that she wasn't actually doing
Alex is here to break it down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake. That was my bad. That was my bad.
That was your bad.
Allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here. Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Roster.
Yeah, what is a roster?
What is that?
Okay,
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand. Have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl? The repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because
she also talked about getting some neck from another person, and she was.
When I was in college, I dated this guy. You know, he didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable. I get that. And I was like, oh great, good news, my period ended. Like we can like have fun tonight, blah blah. And he was going down on me. Looking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over.
But claiming that she was a virgin when she met her man. Listen, it's not important and it's not a reason to disqualify her as a decent wife, but the idea that she misrepresented herself and somewhat seems to continue to do that, that's actually the problem, right? And interesting enough, with her being as wild as she is, folks are having the same conversation to imply that like Sierra and Megan are using Klay Thompson the way that she is, which is so wild because I'm like, even in this instance where you have 2 outrageously successful women compared to the young lady that nobody knew until they met her husband, somehow they all go into this bucket of gold diggers. And I say that because a lot of men are having a lot of dialogue about women, what women should do, where they should be, and how they should act, and all of these other things. And it really comes down to find a person that works for you and make yourself happy, right? We are starting to see the repercussions of being unequally yoked and staying in dynamics that don't serve either one of you. It goes back to this notion of we have relationships that are rooted in where we are lacking, and we need to not feel the trouble or the discomfort for lacking a specific thing, right? So with Offset, as a matter of fact, there's this whole thing happening right now where apparently he sent his new chick to go throw hands with his ex-assistant who exposed him for trying to set up Stefan. Oh my goodness, this stuff is a mess. But apparently, like, he has always been this person. And now we get a glimpse of all of the things that Cardi was keeping kind of under wraps by maintaining a relationship with him, because the presence of a wife softened the idea of the type of person he actually was. But what actually was going on was that she was equally damaged and she was kind of just absorbing all of the crap, right? She became the person that got into that had the case with the stripper chicks, right? She was the person that wouldn't release an album because she was stressed out, the crash outs and everything else. And it's like, yo, he was really, really bad. And so I don't want to pretend that it is exclusive to men. But what I will say is that it's a bit more difficult when the man you are with is not actually safe. When the man that you are with is really unsure. Because the truth of the matter is that y'all lean into, and sorry, I'm talking to y'all like a little directly, right? Y'all lean into this idea that our presentation as women of hysteria, right? Where we, again, that excitatory thing where we tend to be like a little bit like running our mouth. Y'all think that the aggression or the anger or the silent treatment or the dismissal of us, right? The devaluation of us, y'all behave as though that's not an emotional response. It absolutely counts. And this is why it's also more problematic because you are not practicing that muscle of expressing your emotions. Y'all motherfuckers be turning into the Hulk. Y'all niggas be getting green outside because y'all be in y'all feelings. And then y'all stay in y'all feelings for so long that it turned into a whole thing where y'all be dead ass mad about bitches that move on from certain things. Be like, oh, why y'all fucking with this one? Y'all pick bad guys on purpose and then y'all go and do this with the good guy and blah, blah. And it's like, yo, there's nothing that we could do to make you feel a little bit better. But what I'll say is, it's like, yo, just start talking to people that want to fuck with you, bro. Like, the internet has given you entirely too much access for you to not start with possibly figuring out what's up with you. It's like, yo, am I really, like, I'm really wilding? Am I really not cool? Or is it that you keep trying to make certain sort of women the women that you want, and it's not the woman that you want? Y'all be doing stuff like, oh, I want a wholesome girl that don't do this, that don't do that. No, you don't. You want a nasty bitch that's going to do all those things, and you are uncomfortable about what it means to be with a nasty chick that do all the things, because a lot of dudes want that. And you don't want no smoke with the other dudes that be on timing. And you don't want other dudes to beat you out in competition, because that's the language y'all speak. Y'all be talking about us. Oh, y'all do that for other women. Y'all do that. Y'all do the same thing, bro. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all be outside wearing, flexing, doing all this. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all do not be going outside for the bitches. Y'all be going outside to impress and flex on the other niggas in the street too. Please stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So stop taking advice from guys that's not happy. My brother was talking to one of our homeboys back in the day, right? Like, it's not OD back in the day, but it's kind of back in the day. Like, bro, he told my brother he was actively engaged. He was about to get married. He dead ass told my brother, like, yo, relationship is not about your happiness, this, that, and the other. So I stopped him. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, that's terrible advice. Like, are you not happy? Like, yo, you about to get married. Really asking my boy, like, yo, you writing down your vows? And he's like, yeah, like, what you want to say? He's like, yo, I don't know. Like, if she had my kids, she this, that, and the other. I was like, that's it? Like, that's all you talking about? Long story complicated. Not only did he encourage my brother to go ahead and do his thing with his shorty that also, like, that didn't work out, like, it still went bad. His shit didn't work out either. And I'm like, why do y'all keep giving why y'all keep giving bad advice? Stop telling each other this stupid stuff. Like, when we decide as women that we're going to be single, we dead ass be doing stuff like finding love and really be trying to heal. It's not always about, like, spiting y'all. And I feel like that gets lost in translation so often that, like, dudes really be thinking we don't fuck with them, like, just out of spite. But it's not out of spite. It's really on some, like, yo, bro, I'm not about to sit here and keep playing with you. Like, one of us is gonna catch a case. You keep playing in my face. Like, it's that type of energy. And I'm really lost as to how we got here. So I guess this was supposed to be so different than it actually came out. I don't even know where this came from. But, like, yo, talk to me in the comment section and tell me what's up with y'all, because I genuinely be feeling like y'all be wilding. Y'all really got dudes out here giving y'all advice like fucking Myron and Stevie Knight. And I swear they like autistic. Y'all really be taking advice from, like, that's not nice. I shouldn't say that. Yo, just tell me what you think. What y'all be on? Why y'all be on this? Because then I'm going to probably make a follow-up video depending on your comments. But keep it cute. Don't be playing with me too much, because I'll fight you. I'll talk to you later.